It's late. It's been a big day. There's an old maple behind one of our buildings. Bigger around than I can reach with both my arms. It's such a big tree. I've walked past it probably, I don't know, hundreds of times. And today, for some reason, I stopped. I sat under it for a few minutes. I was waiting for someone, one of our employees. And I saw heat coming off the pavement. And the tree kept the sun off of me the whole time without being asked. Somebody planted that tree 70, 80, 100 years ago. Some man I'll never meet. Gone longer than I've probably been alive. He never sat where I sat today. He couldn't have. The tree hadn't grown yet. So the shade was never there for him. I've been thinking about that tonight. About that man. About the things we do for people we'll never, ever meet. And it got me thinking about an old line. Some say it's Greek. It's probably actually older than that. A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they'll never sit in. Think about that. That's close to a whole civilization in one sentence. Got the chills thinking about that. It's not what can I take out, but what can I put in the ground that someone else pulls fruit from long after I'm past pulling anything. Marcus Aurelius kept writing to himself about how fast he'd be forgotten, even though he was wrong. And then he'd get up and he'd do the work anyway, knowing that he would not be remembered. Here's what that does to the way that I underwrite a building. Most of finance runs on a funds clock. 7 years, maybe 10. Raise the building, buy it, squeeze it, sell it, hand back the returns to the investors. But a building doesn't live on a 7-year clock. A fund might. A good building lives 100 years, 200 years. The families inside it don't care what quarter you live in. And that gap between the fund's clock and the building's clock is where almost all the damage in real estate hides, and where all the potential hides too. A man holding an asset for 7 years will make choices that look fine for 7 years, but quietly poison the next 50. For the building probably, and also for himself. You can see it in the small choices. The roof you defer because it'll fail on someone else's watch. The maintenance you starve to fatten the number right before you sell it. The tenants you quietly move out because the model likes the turnover. And you've got good returns, but you still have to reinvest that money. Every one of those is a loan taken from a future you've arranged not to be around for. Stewardship is just refusing that trade at the end of the day. You don't own a building. You hold it for one stretch of its long life. You are a chapter, not the author of that book. I've held buildings I could have flipped for a quick multiple, for a quick buck, and I didn't. And this is why. Let me tell you where all this stopped being theory for me. The money that we've put into our vehicle, our company, our portfolio, and the carry we earn on top of it, it's never coming out. I'll never see the color of that money. Not for me, not for my children to spend however they like either. No. It'll be held, stewarded, set in a foundation, pointed at the same mission that I started long after I'm not here to point it. What my kids inherit is responsibility, not a windfall of money. They will inherit the shade, not the axe, not the wood. And the cities we're pouring our lives into, the healed streets, the families who got to stay, most of that ripens when I'll be very old. Probably a lot of it will ripen after I'm gone. And I'm good with that. Same with the partners who invest beside us. If we do this right, we bend the direction of their family lines for generations to come. And you know what? I'll have been dead for most of it. Most of the results of my work right now, I'll be dead. And I've made my peace with building things that, I won't see finished. I don't even see that as a sad part. No, not at all. That's the point. So here's what I'd leave with you. And I know this is not mainstream thinking. Look at the biggest thing you're building and ask, honestly, who it's really for. If the answer is only you, your life, your span, your name, you're not really building. I hate to tell you. You're consuming, slowly, but with good manners. The things that matter most, you will never see pay off. That's what a builder is. You plant them anyway. That's the difference between a legacy and an estate. One keeps working after you're long gone. The other one, it just gets divided and creates conflict. So what are you holding right now that was never really yours to keep? Have you ever thought about that? And are you holding it like an owner? Or like someone who knows he's just the shade for someone he'll never meet? It's getting late. Enough thinking. Enough reflecting. That maple's still out there in the dark doing its work, asking nobody for anything. 100-year-old maple tree. On the other side of sleep, there's a day where I get to plant a little more of what I will probably never sit under. Nobody keeps a score like that. And that is exactly why it counts for me. And that's enough. That's more than enough. Maslow built a pyramid, a hierarchy of values. And everyone thinks that the last step of the pyramid was self-actualization, of becoming the best version of yourself, going to the full potential that you can achieve. But on his deathbed, in the last 6 months, he revised his pyramid, Maslow's pyramid, and came to the realization that the last step, the apex, the summit of the evolution of a human being, of a person, of a man, of a woman, of a builder, is not self-actualization. It's the actualization of others. It's when you as a man or woman focus on helping others, on doing things for other people, on building others up, on helping them self-actualize on top of the rest of what's in the pyramid. That's what building is. And for me, that is the true byproduct and result of being a truly great builder, entrepreneur, and real estate investor. Thanks for sitting with me. I know you don't have to agree with me, but hey, that's what's been going through my mind lately, and I'm going to keep on thinking that way. Have a great night.